Hello, everybody. We got a little bit of a random haul. Neko's playing with a kitten.
Yep.
Um, I guess we'll start with what is this, Dollar Tree?
I think so, yeah.
I got a little bat pillow, and this was one of the $5, right? Oh,
Uh,
$6.
Close enough.
Now, see what our Dollar Tree is doing is they're covering up the prices that are printed with their own little labels. So this was probably a $5 pillow, but they marked it $6 so they can charge you more.
Yeah.
So I'm getting a little irritated with Dollar Tree.
I think the problem I have with Dollar Tree is why is it called Dollar Tree now? I mean, it's the $1.25, and now everything is
Yes.
going to plus.
And then he got a cat pillow, which is the same situation. They put their little $6 tag over the $5
Oh,
tag.
you want to do that? You
I shouldn't let you have that until you mow the grass. And then he found a My Little Pony backpack. What generation is this one?
five.
This was what? Yeah, this was only $5. They did not cover up the tag, so I don't know. And then some of this is not Dollar Tree. Some of this is other stuff. I picked up a couple books. Big surprise. I picked up Vampire Weekend by Mike Chen. Being a vampire is far from glamorous, but it can be pretty punk rock. Everything you've heard about vampires is a lie. They can't fly. No murders allowed. The community hates that. And turning into a bat, completely ridiculous. In fact, vampire life is really just a lot of blood bags and night jobs for Louise Chow. Is that Chow or Cho? I think it's Chow. It's only it's also lonely since she swore off family ages ago. At least she's gone to decades of punk rock shows, and if she can join a band of her own while keeping her situation under wraps, maybe she'll finally feel like she belongs too. And then a long lost teenage relative shows up at her door. Whether it's Ian's love of music or his bad attitude, for the first time in ages, Louise feels a connection. But as Ian uncovers Louise's true identity, things get dangerous, especially when he asks her for the ultimate favor, one that goes beyond just family, one that might just change everything vampires know about life and death forever. Sounds interesting. And I do love a vampire book. This one is A Magical New York Christmas by Anita Hughes. A magical holiday love story set at the glamorous Plaza Hotel in New York City. It's Christmas week when Sabrina Post knocks on the door of the Vanderbilt suite at the Plaza Hotel in New York City, ready to accept the ghostwriting position for the memoir of Grayson Prescott, a famous art dealer. A struggling journalist, Sabrina can't believe her luck. A paycheck and 6 nights in the world's most famous hotel. She feels like Eloise, the heroine from her favorite children's books. To make the job even more enticing, Grayson recounts how he worked as a butler at the plaza 60 years ago for none other than the author of the Eloise books, Kay Thompson. What promises to be a perfect week is complicated when Sabrina meets Ian Westing, a handsome British visitor at the hotel bar. When Ian assumes Sabrina is another wealthy guest at the hotel, she doesn't correct him, a decision she doesn't regret after learning that Ian is a member of the British aristocracy. But things are not what they seem. As the week unfolds, will Sabrina and Ian learn the truth about each other? Filled with the magic that can only be found at the Plaza Hotel during the holidays, Anita Hughes's A Magical New York Christmas is both a holiday treat and a heartwarming story that reminds us that falling in love is the greatest miracle of all. And I also picked up a sticker for my niece for a stocking stuffer. I'm going to have to round up all the various piles of Christmas stuff and get it all in one place.
Yeah.
As I keep picking stuff up, I just forget where I put it. Um, Uh, Picked up a copy of Jane Eyre. Not my favorite book, but it's okay. Um, I had loaned my copy out to somebody and never got it back. I think it was Jane Eyre I loaned out. Might have been Wuthering Heights. Whatever, I read them both in the same class, and I didn't get my books back when I loaned them out. So I'm very cautious about loaning books out. But I picked this up out of the freebie box at the library. And it's a nice edition. It's the Scholastic Classics. And I mean, Jane Eyre is what? Jane and Mr. Rochester and his secret wife hidden in the attic, Bertha, which, quite honestly, I like the book Why Sargasso Sea better. Then we have from Amazon A Thousand Cranes by Yasunari Kawabata. This book is, well, translated from the Japanese, and it is on the 1001 Books to Read Before You Die list. The author is winner of the Nobel Prize for Literature. Oh, and that's actually pretty decent sized type. I could read that. I wonder if I can find it as an audio. That'd be even better. It's not a very long book. It's only 147 pages. So that's not so bad. And another one that was an Amazon order. What are you doing, kitty?
Tacking your shirt, apparently.
Might have to turn that fan on here in a minute. I'm getting warm. Now look here, kitty. You behave. And we have Corelli's Mandolin by Louis de Bernier. I don't know how to pronounce his name. Also on the 1001 Books to Read Before You Die list. And it's the movie is Captain Corelli's Mandolin. Don't know what it's about. Brims with all the grand topics of literature: love and death, heroism and skullduggery, humor and pathos, not to mention art and religion. A good old-fashioned novel. Well, that sounds like a glowing review from the Washington Post Book World. Extravagant, inventive, emotionally sweeping, Corelli's Mandolin is the story of a timeless place that one day wakes up to find itself in the jaws of history. The place is the Greek island of Cephalonia, where gods once dabbled in the affairs of men, and the local saint periodically rises from his sarcophagus to cure the mad. Then the tide of World War II rolls onto the island shores in the form of the conquering Italian army. Caught in the occupation are Pelagia, a willful, beautiful young woman, and two suitors vying for her love. Mandras, a gentle fisherman turned ruthless guerrilla, and the charming mandolin-playing Captain Corelli, a reluctant officer of the Italian garrison on the island. Rich with loyalties and betrayals, and set against a landscape where the factual blends seamlessly with the fantastic, Corelli's Mandolin is a passionate novel as rich in ideas as it is genuinely moving. Now, my goal is to read these two before the end of the year, along with a handful of others. The last book haul I did, I had two of them that are also. They put a sticker right smack in the middle of the description, so I can't even tell you what Thousand Cranes is about. I don't know. Well, I guess I'll find out when I read it, and it's not very long, so. And then from the Athens Library, I got Do Not Eat the Cord to the Computer. Get her. Don't let her eat my cords. I have this whole bag plus this stack.
Now you listen here,
This
cat.
one is called A View from Sun or The View from Sunday, and it is, I believe, a Newbery. Is it a winner or a? I don't know. By E.L. Königsberg. I've read some of this author's stuff before. Um, let's see. Their path to the state final started with the sixth grade championship. Mrs. Olinsky had expected victory, for her team was quick and informed and worked together perfectly. No one had expected them to trounce the other two sixth grades, but they did. Their victory was so profound that the sixth grade math teacher, Mrs. Sharkey, confided to the music teacher, Ms. Massolino, that for the first time in the history of Epiphany Middle School, there was a chance, just a possibility, mind you, that a sixth grade team might beat the seventh grade. Okay? Doesn't say what sport. And on the front it shows cups of tea. So what kind of team is it? I've read Jennifer Hecate Macbeth, William McKinley, and Me Elizabeth. And I've read From the Mixed Up Files of Mrs. Basil E. Frankweiler. I don't think I've read any of the others. But it's a Newbery book, so Academic Bowl. Okay. This one's called Ringer. Not All Birthdays Are Welcome. By Jerry Spinelli. This is a Newbery Honor book. And that print is too small for me to try to read it. In Palmer LaRue's hometown of Weimar, turning 10 is the biggest event of a boy's life. It marks the day when a boy is ready to take his place as a ringer at the annual Family Fest. It's an honor and a tradition. But for Palmer, his 10th birthday is not something to look forward to, but something to dread. Because, although he can't admit this to anyone, Palmer does not want to be a ringer. But he can't stop himself from getting older any more than he can stop tradition. Then one day a visitor appears on his windowsill, and Palmer knows that this, more than anything else, is a sign that his time is up. Somehow he must learn how to stop being afraid and stand up for what he believes in. 1998 Newbery Honor book. It's also on a couple other lists. This one is also a Newbery Honor book. One-Eyed Cat by Paula Fox. Ned Wallace knows he's forbidden to touch the rifle in the attic, but he can't resist sneaking it out of the house just once. Before he realizes it, Ned takes a shot at a dark shadow. When Ned returns home, he's sure he sees a face looking down at him from the attic window. Who has seen him and heard him? Ned's feelings of guilt and fear only get worse when one day, while helping an elderly neighbor, he spots a wildcat with one eye missing. Could this be the thing Ned shot that night? How can Ned bring himself to reveal his painful secret? It's a Newbery Honor book from 1984. And we have a Newbery book. Jack Ganto's Dead End in Norvelt. Melding the entirely true and the wildly fictional, Dead End in Norvelt is a novel about an incredible 2 months for a kid named Jack Gantos, whose plans for vacation excitement are shut down when he is grounded for life by his feuding parents. And whose nose spews bad blood at huh? Every little shock he gets. But plenty of excitement and shocks are coming Jack's way once his mother loans him out to help a feisty old neighbor with an unusual chore. Typewriting obituaries filled with stories about the people who founded his utopian town. As one obituary leads to another, Jack is launched on a strange adventure involving molten wax, Eleanor Roosevelt, twisted promises, a homemade airplane, Girl Scout cookies, a man on a trike, a dancing plague, voices from the past, Hell's Angels, and possibly murder. Endlessly surprising, this sly, sharp-edged narrative is the author at his very best, making readers laugh out loud at the most unexpected things in a dead funny depiction of growing up in an off-kilter place where the past is present, the present is confusing, and the future is completely up in the air. Sounds interesting. Hey, Katie. And I picked up 2 Patricia Cornwell books that are in the Scarpetta series, Dust and Scarpetta. I got to figure out where I left off in the series and start reading it again. It's been a little while. I really enjoyed it. I think I got up to Black Notice. I don't know if I got past that one or not. I have Eats, Shoots, and Leaves, and it's about grammar and punctuation and the zero tolerance approach to punctuation. Where, like, if you put the comma after eats, so it's eats, comma, shoots, and leaves, then they eat, then they shoot, then they leave. Or if you don't have the comma, it's eats, shoots, and leaves, it's eating the shoots and the leaves. That's why there's pandas. That's like, I've seen t-shirts that say, like, let's eat grandma.
Yeah.
Well, if you don't put the punctuation in, you're eating grandma.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Take after the cat. And then I have The English Patient by Michael Ondate. I'm not sure how you say his name. I want to say this is on the 1001 books list. And I have The Shipping News by Annie Pro. I'm not sure how you say her name either. This one won the Pulitzer, and I believe it's also on that 1001 book list. I've been trying to pick some of those up as I see them. And then I got a handful of magazines. Here's a scrapbooking one. I'm going to put in with all my craft stuff. I'm telling you, that cat is ornery, gets into everything.
Yeah.
Gotta keep an eye on it, watch like a hawk. So it's got some ideas for things I can do with scrapbooking. I found Fine Cooking, Fresh and Quick. So a food magazine. I also found a copy of Food and Wine, America's Favorite Food Cities.
Come on, cat.
Where to find the best restaurants, wine, coffee, and great deals. And then I found a couple for the Necco. You want to see what I got you?
Yeah, maybe once this cat stops doing weird shit.
2 issues of Otaku USA.
Huh.
So it's anime, manga, that kind of stuff. Mostly manga. Oh, no. To Your Eternity, own season 1 on Blu-ray.
Huh.
So yeah, it's Japanese entertainment. When was this issue? Fall 2024. Summer 2025. Well, why was this one in and they still had other ones on the shelf? Unless these weren't supposed to be in the freebie thing.
Hmm.
Because they had at least 3 other ones on the shelf to
Huh.
check out. I don't know. Weird.
No, you are not
Where
wrong.
did that package from Temu go?
This one.
Yeah. So let's end with a Temu package. I don't remember what's in this one.
Do anything easy. That is my job. Away from here, little furball. Listen here.
So this one, if you remember Clippy from the old Microsoft Word, um, this is a takeoff on that. It's a safety pin, and it says, "Hi, it looks like you're collecting pins,"
Yeah?
instead of, "Hi, it looks like you need help." Okay, this isn't the package I thought it was. I think there's another package on the way. They have a sticker for the car that says "Duck Me," and then another one that says, "The little voices in my head keep telling me get more ducks because drive a Jeep." However,
What the hell are you doing?
I don't know that those are actually going to go on the Jeep. Oh, and then there's some smaller ones that say "Duck Me." Oh, I need to see if this fits my phone.
I don't know.
I've got a phone case with bats on it. Black with bats.
Yeah, cat.
These are so cool. So I got some ducks, and they are um kind of random. I think that's supposed to be a cobra.
Probably.
No, 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 no. Do not eat the cord.
You listen
Hungry
here.
little cat.
You get over here. Get over here.
This one I think is supposed to be a peacock.
You listen here, cat.
It's a parrot, I guess. But it's holding like a goblet or something. I don't know what it is. This one's a bumblebee. Um, that's another cobra, another cobra. They gave me a lot of cobras. This one's like a dragon. Cobra, cobra, dragon.
Mew 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 mew.
Sea monster? I don't know. It's green with a purple chest and ears, and it's got this weird little thing on the head, and the tail's curled up. I don't know. An octopus? Same, same. The rest of these I think are all the same. Oh wait, a turtle.
Oh boy.
Let's save that one for Nikki. I never see Nikki, but if I ever do,
You listen here, cat.
that so many of them are the um, Cobra one.
I knew it, you.
There's only one duck and one. No, there are two sea monsters. Um, is this the last thing? I thought I just ordered this. I hope this fits. It's a lightweight sweater. It's got bats on it, and pumpkins and leaves. I hope it fits. It looked like it was big in the pictures. And with it being this loose weave, I can probably get by with it more than I can other ones. Now if I can just come on now. There. Yeah, it fits okay. I'll have to definitely wear something under it because, it's that very loose weave and you can see everything. But yeah, I think that is everything for this haul. I hope so. I can't think of anything else. I know that I've got something else coming from Temu. Can't remember what, but something's coming. Um, I need to figure out where to put the stack of books. We did that, we did that, we did that, we did that. Another guest appearance by Meow. Say hi. Say hi to everybody. Out. No, we're not doing the claws. The claws get you put back in the tub. You can't behave. You gotta go lay down. Do you see yourself in the picture? So if you live close, there's a cat waiting to be adopted.
Yeah.
We just can't keep her, which is too bad because it is a nice kitten, but circumstances right now we can't keep it.
Yeah.
So,
And the problem is, I don't want to put her outside no matter where I put her. Like, if I put her in the garage,
yeah,
there's always a potential she'll run off and get ran over. If I put her back behind the house, same thing. She could always go and get ran over. But at the same
but
time,
if you wouldn't have seen her, that would have been a possibility anyway. So at least
yeah,
we've taken some care of her. We just can't keep her.
yeah,
Not certainly not in the house.
yeah.
If she gets kept, she's going to have to be outside. We have to figure out a way to do it.
Because this thing is very hard to contain.
She is. She's a great climber.
Yeah.
She can climb out of the bathtub. We had a great big box that I tried putting her in. She can climb out of that. I had it. The one day I was able to like flip the laundry basket over her just so I could have enough time to take a quick shower. And she managed to flip the laundry basket over and get out.
I even tried like putting like loose Coke bottles that weren't in the box or the like.
Yeah, I saw you had them moved.
Yeah, because I was trying to put those on top, but then somehow like those baskets are broken anyway, so if you could just
Well,
break,
it's because they were super cheap.
yeah, and break them and get out that way. I'm like, well, so much for that idea.
Yeah, she's a good climber. Absolutely a good climber.
And every time she's in the bathroom, she meows like crazy all night, probably.
She'll settle down after a little while.
Yeah,
And luckily, if I turn the fan on, I can't hear her
yeah,
because that would drive me nuts listening to that all night long. Anyway, it's a nice kitten. She needs a home.
yeah. Preferably someone that'll take care of her throughout her cathood. Because I know people, once she's no longer a kitten, they'll abandon her. I know people like that.
There's a lot of people like that.
And I'm like, no, you get a cat, you get it for life.
That's right.
Until either you die or they die. Either way, you know, don't just leave it because it's no longer a kitten.
Not sure how old it is, but obviously old enough that it can, eat food.
Yeah, and cause chaos already.
She's good at chaos. She loves turkey lunch meat, and now I've got her a bag of kitten food, and she seems like that pretty well.
Yeah,
It barely got in the bowl for
yeah.
very crunch crunch. Drinks a lot of water, which is good. And the good thing about keeping her in the bathtub is if she goes potty, you just rinse it out.
Yeah,
Or if it's too big to just rinse, it's easy to clean up.
yeah.
You just grab a Clorox wipe and get rid of it. We do not eat books. The phrase devouring books does not mean physically eating them. Okay?
Do you mind not trying to touch my ass? You are a
Anyway,
weird cat.
she was playing.
And the first day I brought her home, she was licking my foot.
She likes to lick my fingers.
Yeah, she did that too.
And I was eating my dinner the other day and she climbed up on me and licked my lips. And I was like, no, not while I'm eating. So I had to put her away while I finished my dinner. Because, I mean, that was the other night when I got the pizza. She was going to eat the pizza. I'm like, no, it's not good for kitty tummies. Wonder if she ate the little piece of egg I put in her dish.
No idea.
I did scrambled egg in the microwave today. And where are you going with that? That's not yours. You're so ornery. Anyway, anyway. Can't name her Henri. I had a cat named Henri when I was a kid, and we had a dog named Henri when I was a kid.
Oh boy.
Nope, can't name her Henri. You're just teasing. You're Henri. You are rotten. You're
Yeah.
training her to be rotten.
Yep.
Now I'm the one that gets all shredded.
That's the same thing with Meowsabub.
Yeah, but she settled down.
Yeah.
When she would deal with me, she would just like curl up and lay on the blanket with me. She wouldn't try to eat me and the blanket and whatever. Of course, she was a little bit older when you found her.
Yeah.
I don't know if somebody dumped her off or if there's some strays and they sometimes get in our shed or garage and maybe they had kittens and this one was the survivor and found its way out and was wandering around in the driveway.
Yeah, maybe.
But I came home from work the other morning and he's in the kitchen and I'm like, that's a kitten. Why is it in the couch? Why is it in the house? Why is it sitting on the stove?
Yeah.
Why is kitten? Huh? Why is kitten? You want to say bye bye to everybody? You want to give them the spiel? Huh? Okay. Here. Say, remember to do all the YouTubey things. Comment, like, share, subscribe. Ring the bell icon to be notified of future uploads to the YouTube God's Damn It Worthy. Where are you going? Ow, 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 ow. Careful with the claws. See. We'll see you in the next one. Bye bye. Can you say bye bye? No? Okay. Well, bye bye.